Chapter 12 of the Scarlet Letter basically revolves around Dimmesdale's hypocrisy and pain. That everyday pain he feels that burns his heart is making him go completely mad. In this chapter, he is seriously at his breaking point. He does things that are unexpected of him. This chapter begins with Dimmesdale going back to the scaffold where Hester was shamed. He feels that he could be connected with her in some way if he goes back to this place on the scaffold. He essentially feels the pain. The pain is totally real, guys. He is dying. His pain is really killing him. All he wants is his family. He is in so much pain in the scaffold right now. He cannot handle it. His heart is hurting him. The shame, the guilt, everything is burning his heart entirely. All he can do right now and think of is screaming. He screams his lungs out because of the pain. He screams. Back in the mansion, Governor Bellingham and his sister, Mistress Hibbins, they hear the screaming. But the governor just thinks he's just tripping and he's just going to go back to sleep. Like, he doesn't care. But Mistress Hibbins knows the screaming, but she doesn't know where it comes from. She thinks it's her sister's. Alright, we're back at the scaffold, where Dimmesdale sees Father Wilson. He basically tells him, hey, let's go chill right here, pray for an hour or two on the scaffold. But really, Father Wilson doesn't hear anything because Dimmesdale never really says these words. Well, he might have said it in his head, but never really verbally. After Father Wilson leaves, Dimmesdale starts tripping. This man is going completely crazy. He starts laughing and thinking about being exposed and the humiliation and mortification and shame that comes with being exposed. And right now, doesn't really want that. He's really thinking, having some deep thoughts on this. Soon after his little dramatic, crazy, laughing little thing he had going on, guess who comes by? Hester and Pearl. He says, come on, you're my family. Let's come up here. Let's chill. Let's reunite as a family. And then, sure enough, she says, hey, okay, let's go. Alright. Dimmesdale right now is totally excited. They're on the scaffold as a family for once. But before Pearl gets all lovey-dovey with him, she essentially has to ask him, are you going to be there tomorrow with us in front of the people? And he says, girl, you're tripping. I'm not going to do that. That's my reputation right now. Maybe some other time. Really? Nah. After a bit of reminiscence and rejection, Pearl says, what is that over there? Dimmesdale looks up in the sky, sees it, a red A. He thinks, oh my god, the whole universe knows about our sin, has discovered us. But really, she ain't even tripping about that. She's talking about a guy that's on the other side of the platform. After Pearl realizes he's not even looking at the guy, she's like, hey dude, come on, I'm talking about that creepy old man on the other side. He says, oh my god, do you know who that is? That man lives with me. I feel like he's trying to cross me, that he's trying to do something bad to me, that he's trying to do me wrong. Alright, if you haven't figured out who this creepy man is, this man is Chillingworth. And he essentially goes to in front of the scaffold and says, hey Dimmesdale, let's go back to the house. What are we doing here? And then he says, alright, I mean, I guess if I have to go back to the house, let's go. Alright, the next day after the whole scaffold scene, Dimmesdale gives a sermon, and all the people, they love his talk, his religious talk. That's probably totally BS, because he never goes by whatever he says religiously. He says that you shouldn't lie, that you should tell the truth. But he doesn't do it himself. So what does that tell you? But who cares? The people love it. After the sermon, the sexton goes up to Dimmesdale and says, hey bro, here's your glove. The devil must have taken it when you weren't looking and put it on the scaffold just to make you look bad. But it's alright. Your sermon was really good though. And Dimmesdale, knowing the truth, kind of says it awkwardly. Oh, okay. Thank you. After that, the sexton fires back with saying something else. He said, did you see the letter A in the sky? How red it was? You know, it meant that Governor Withrop was made an angel last night after his death. And Dimmesdale, having a different interpretation of the letter A in the sky, says, no, I didn't see such a thing.
Created using Powtoon.